Hello everyone, Alan here, and today is the 51st anniversary of Kent State University, my alma mater, and this book was chosen for me through Spin 2, BookTube Spin 2. I participated in. James Michener, yes, the same James Michener who wrote South Pacific and Poland and Hawaii and Alaska and space, and James Michener. I'm only 1/3 the way through this book, by the way. I'll finish it because it's written very well, and there's a lot of photos in here that I have not seen online. I'm going to link a few links below. First, I'm going to link Neil Young's song, Ohio. Please go there and watch that, and then come back to this. He gets into a lot of detail about Governor Rhodes and Richard Nixon and the Black Panthers, and Jerry Rubin was there at Kent State. There's photos of Jerry Rubin, that Yippie activist. I didn't know he was at Kent State that day. You know, photos of here of the bell, the Liberty Bell that they would ring, that's still there. And I went back 5 years ago and saw the memorial. I visited a couple of times because we saw, it's by Cleveland in Akron, Ohio, Kent State is. So we went to some concerts at Cleveland, and we would just stay overnight at Kent too. But hello everyone, I'm at the Central Library downtown. I thought I would talk about Kent State and put up some photos while I just talk. Here's a Portland streetcar. But I'll walk around the library, try to find a favorite bench. They're all marked with different writers. I like the Charlotte Bronte bench. I like the Mark Twain bench. I think there's a Alexander Dumas bench around here. Anyway, let's talk about Kent State. Some of these photos. Here's one of the. I'll talk about the 4 dead students. Allison Krauss, the first one. She was very popular, very beautiful woman, young girl. She put a daisy in the rifle of a National Guardsman. There's a picture. Jeffrey Miller. I never saw this photo of Jeffrey when they were standing over him, the National Guard, after he was shot there bleeding. Talk about Bill, his last name escapes me, I'm sorry. Bill Schrader. He was the ROTC candidate, just walking to class. And here's a picture of him just walking to class. He got shot. Please look at the description box below, because I last year I participated in some Black Lives Matter protests and marches, and I did a thing kind of compare and contrast on Kent State. And believe me, I mean, I was in, like, even 4 years ago, Portland's known for protests and that. There was one for something or other. This was before COVID. And I don't have them with me here at my apartment, but I had Kent State, the cover of May 4th, 1970. And it was like a demonstration of force. The police were out in full regalia with guns and on these like bread trucks, and they're standing on the side bar like in shouting through megaphones, "Do not step in the street, you will be arrested," you know. And I was just standing there with my Kent State shirt, holding the cover of Kent State newspaper. But it was a real fear that that I shared with my father and others. Like, he's in Arizona, and he's going, I hate to think that something drastic will happen before, because we were having vandalism bad. We still are. But anyway, what other photos am I going to show you? Governor Rhodes, and this is the time of Nixon. And make no mistake, Kent State had a major part of ending the Vietnam War. Really did. So with that, I might have some follow-up comments once I get home. It's been a long day, but I'll thank you in advance for your patience. Hey, for once, I don't want to, hustle through this. We'll do look in the description below. There's a great interview with Nash, Graham Nash from Crosby, Stills and Nash, about Ohio and other things in the description box below. I'm going to put up photos here and talk about them. I'm really moved when I hear Ohio, when I hear that song. Just being there and walking by the bell and walking by the art building and then revisiting that 30 years later was really great for me. I hope you learned a little bit about Kent State from this, and I enjoyed doing it. I just have to remember Kent State and what happened, and not every day, but every year I do. And I would be remiss if I wouldn't mention the pagoda they have there. With the bullet hole at Kent State, that pagoda up here, there's still a bullet hole in there that you can see, and they chalk around it and graffiti around it. It's a bullet hole from Kent State in the pagoda.